I've used 11 in June. Then
11
yes.
for you or for
In
clients?
June for myself. I needed to build my portfolio.
Hello, Yapper. Welcome to another episode of Yapping Club. It's so nice to finally have all of you here. Finally, no. Actually, to have you back here, I'm joined by a wonderful guest, a very wonderful man who is a powerhouse in the web development space and also an upcoming chemical engineer. Let's give it up for Ajibola Micheal.
Thank you.
Would you like to introduce yourself, Ajibola Micheal? Like, for those of us that are just meeting you for the first time.
Okay, no problem. So my name is Ajibola Micheal. I'm a web developer and a digital creator, and I'm also a writer.
Wow.
And I'm currently building Mentra, Global Growth Through Clarity. Yeah.
That's a very nice one. See, digital creator, what does that mean? Like, can you speculate on that? I don't know.
Okay, being a digital creator is like a combination of being a content creator and a let's say writer, because I also create books. I create ebooks and I upload them and sell.
Okay. Do you have like a Substack account?
No, I don't have a Substack. I use Seller
Seller.
for my ebooks.
Oh, so you just write ebooks. You don't write like short form articles like
No.
Medium and stuff like
No.
not like one of those annoying web developers that'll be like, oh, 10 ways to be a good web developer or something like that.
No, I don't do that. Maybe in the future. But
Maybe in the
don't do that.
future. So we should be anticipating it, don't worry.
I didn't say that.
Okay. So how was your week? Tell us about your week. Tell us.
My week has been hectic. Not bad though. Starting from Sunday. Sunday was quite nice. Then Monday I had one classes. Tuesday my classes were cancelled throughout.
Okay.
And Wednesday I didn't come to school at all on Wednesday. But I just had to read later in the night.
Like you just decided not to go to class.
No, I didn't decide. But it was a tutorial. It was a tutorial, so I just decided not to attend because I had to do my own tutorial for myself.
Okay. Well, so you didn't have like an eventful week,
It was just there.
Well, me, I had an eventful week. On Monday, I didn't do anything. On Tuesday, nothing. On Wednesday, my actions for Tuesday caught up with me because I overate on Tuesday. And I went to go and eat egusi in somebody's house.
Hi.
I don't know what that person put in the egusi. I hope he's listening right now. But his egusi troubled my stomach. On Thursday, I was recovering because I had lost so much water and so much electrolyte and everything. Then, all thanks to somebody's bad cooking. But even though the devil tried, I'm very much alive. I survived. Friday. Around Friday now. I mean, today, many things happened. But God took control. And we are here by the grace of God. So let's move on. So can you tell us, how does it feel like to be a web developer? What is it like? Like how? Because I once was a web developer. Fun fact, once was a web developer. When I was still confused about what I wanted to do in my life. I think I just finished school that time. So my brother was like, I should learn in school if I go back, before I go to university. So he said I should pick between web design and web design or web development. Me, I'm like more of like a creative person. So I said I wanted to do web design. I was like, no. There's money in web development and blah. I should start web development. That's why I started web development. And it was crazy. I mean, where do I begin? I was talking to tutorial L. I didn't know the basics of it all. Like it was terrible. It was actually terrible. Debugging and those kind of things like that. Let me just. Anyways, I'm not sure I'm a developer anymore. I quit.
Why did you quit?
I gave up because it was not for me. My IQ could not carry it. So I'm so sorry, but so sorry to disappoint you. But it's not for me at all. No, friends, they got me a laptop for this thing.
Hey,
Like they got me a laptop for this thing,
wow.
and
I'm using laptop for editing.
I'm not doing web development anymore. I'm now frolicking. I'm watching movies and just watching movies, and that's what I'm doing. All day is in my life.
You are not going to forgive you.
Yeah, yes, Abby. I'll make it. Don't worry. So, like, tell us about web development. How did you get into web development? How did you?
I started with development at SS2.
This is
At SS2, yeah, that's when I got introduced to it from summer coaching.
wow.
So I just started little by little. The person that taught me themselves is abroad now and all of that, but we are still in contact once in a while. So I started from there, then SS3, I left this course of exams and all of that. So when I go back after my work, then I go back into it. Then I quit again, footer, when I entered 100 level.
That is a
But
lot.
I picked back. I picked it up at that was June. That was June last year. But thanks to one of our beautiful creators, Sharon, she motivated me to start back. So from there I picked it up, built aggressively. And I'm here now.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Like it takes a lot of courage to willingly sit and decide that you want to sit down with web development. It's crazy. You never you what am I saying? You have debug now.
Of course.
Have you had like what's like the craziest reason for an error you ever encountered before?
I think it was a semicolon. So as simple as a semicolon.
Hey, that's why I quit. That's why I quit. That's why I quit. Hey, is that the right word?
Why did you give up? No, it's fun.
But fun. It's not. That's not the word for it. Fun. Are you for real? It's fun for you.
Challenging, of course.
It's challenging. It's challenging. I mean, if you define a class now and call it Joshua, if you now go and call it in another place, maybe instead of Joshua you put Josh, it won't answer you.
Why will it answer you?
Why will you not answer you? What's the difference between Joshua and Josh?
It's like you're bearing Michael now, and someone see you on the road and just call you Mike. Will you answer?
Is that not the nickname for you? Is that not?
No, now it has to be exact.
That's what that's what I don't really enjoy about. That's what I enjoy and I don't enjoy about web development. It's like the precise thing that it takes. Like you have to be precise, you have to be like technical about it. Or else you just run mad. Anyways.
For my upcoming developers, you won't run mad, don't worry. Just you get it.
Hold him if you do. Hold him if you do, actually. So like what resources did you use to like learn the whole thing? Because it was free code camp. It was free code camp and YouTube sha. What did you use to like go?
I started, I told you someone was taking my classes before, but then when I picked back up, I used YouTube a lot. This the Code Bro YouTube channel, and I also used. I can't really remember the name of the creator, but I maximized YouTube a lot. I maximized YouTube a lot, but it got to a point that YouTube was just giving me randomized videos, basics and all of that. So then I moved to free code camp. And that one got more practical because I can also use it on my phone if I'm in class or if I'm done with class, learn and all of that. So it became easier. Then MDN, I don't know if you've heard of it.
I know MDN, it's like one website.
I also use MDN a bit soon. Yeah, so but now basically if I want to learn anything, it's easier to just go to free code camp.
Okay. So have you bought any course before?
Nope.
Buy courses.
Don't buy courses.
I stick by that. Buy courses, people.
Everything you need is free. It's free online. Go to MDN, go to free code camp, maximize ChatGPT, maximize Gemini, use everything. It's there. You don't need to pay for anything. Okay. I won't advise you paying for anything.
Okay.
Although in the future if I might host the course.
See now.
You can buy mine.
So you can buy his own, but you cannot buy another person's.
There will be a strong reason to buy mine, don't worry. There will be a strong reason to buy mine.
Okay. So like which language are you fluent in right now? Like
currently I use JavaScript.
Ooh. I can't learn any language.
I would say Python. I would say
Honestly,
Python.
what's the hype around Python? Like it just all of a sudden it just came over and just blew up. Like why don't you calm down now? Python.
I feel like it's because it's easier to use. It's
Is
easier
it?
to use. It's very easy to use. Just I won't say anyone though, but anyone that is looking to like get into web development space, I would even recommend you starting with Python to an extent because it's beginner friendly.
Okay.
It's very much beginner friendly, and yeah, that's just basically it.
But does it not like reduce opportunities that you get in terms of like job related opportunities and all things like that?
That one will be on you.
Ah,
That one will be on you because
how?
that's if you decide to limit yourself to
Only Python.
only Python.
Hmm. So as a web developer now, or aspiring web developer, I should learn more than one language.
Yes, of course, absolutely.
That's too much commitment.
No, the beginner's guide I would actually recommend for you is starting with HTML, CSS,
Yes, of
then
course.
JavaScript. Then you can decide to move into Python if you want to, or you can just start straight with Python. If you start straight with Python, then with time you move into JavaScript. But it's basically advised to start with HTML, move to CSS, and then JavaScript, so you can understand both design and development aspects of the web development.
How have you know that I'm very fluent in HTML and CSS? I know how to write them
Div
and
span.
I know how to call an element is CSS. I know how to connect HTML to CSS, an HTML file to CSS. I can't do it.
I
You should clap for me. I tried now. It took me 2 years, but don't worry. At least I actually learned something. I learned something. You can bring me the don't worry, I have to develop the website. I'll come out of mine. I need money. I need money. I need money. I'll come out of my resting stage. Anyways, like what do you enjoy most about web development? What do you enjoy most about web development?
The part I enjoy most is seeing my results immediately.
Oh.
See a lot of what I do immediately. Like some should I use videography as example? You have to wait till you're done editing and then seeing your results. But when you're coding, like you type
Nice one.
you type a line of code and then you go to your console or you go to your web app and you see it there immediately. That's the fun part.
That's the fun part.
And also knowing that whatever you want to think of or whatever you think of, you can create it yourself immediately.
That's one thing that intrigued me, just like you can like create a whole universe with just words and just some line of instructions. So you can really get out of hand, bro. I feel like as if I'm against this web development. I'm so sorry if I'm sounding like so against it. Please, it's a wonderful career, it's a wonderful job. It's very well, in terms of money, actually, in terms of money. So like why did you get into it? Why did you get into web development? Why?
I'll say, let's say I just stumbled upon it. Not really stumbled, but what actually called me was the fact that I can't create what I want. And websites, I've always been a fan of the internet, right from growing up and all of that. So I use a lot of websites, and my coding teacher then told me that you can create whatever you want, whatever website you want, if you learn it. So that's really why I got into it. And the journey so far has been fun. At least I've seen a lot of results from it.
Have you experienced any form of hardship whatsoever?
Oh, the struggles.
That's what I have to focus on. That struggle.
Of course, there's nothing that is not actually challenging.
Actually, everything has pros and cons.
Web development is a bit on another level.
Okay.
But the part that is actually more challenging is debugging.
It's okay to write code. But when it comes to running, you see that if you press that run button like this, you just be praying to God that
you won't see errors.
As in
You don't run into
that you don't run into error. Actually,
it's actually debugging. I won't really say idea stage because one thing is having an idea and one thing is actually moving from the idea to actual work or actual stuff that would work.
Okay.
Because you might have an idea of something and putting it all together and knowing how to make it work and how to make it fit into the market that you are creating, who you are building for, and all of that. So that's one idea stage. That is also complex, but not as complex as when you are already building and you now want to debug. There was this time I wrote close to 600 to 800 lines of CSS code at that time, and it just had this kind of error all of a sudden, and things were disappearing. Not one, not two. Were disappearing inside my code. I was like, how? How? I just had to go through it one by one and all of that. Maximize ChatGPT, and so I finally saw the error and I fixed it back. That was just one. I mean, it's easier to locate an error in CSS than when you start moving into the development aspects using JavaScript and all of that. Yeah. So that's just basically the challenge.
Yeah, I can relate actually. You see, best thing about development is that if it's working, don't bother. Don't
scatter it.
Don't scatter it.
If you don't scatter it, you won't learn.
Yeah? I don't want to learn. I want it to work. I want it to work, I beg. Going so far, only for you to now maybe introduce something new, and all of a sudden everything just scattered. You now have to going through everything you have written back, and there's this thing that used to happen. So people say that if you leave your code for like too long, if you come back to it, you don't understand it. It will be like a foreign language.
That happens. It happens, but there are traditions in coding that will actually help you to avoid that, like comments.
Okay.
Like comments. If you maximize comments, the use of comments in your code. I use it a lot, almost on my code. If you access my GitHub account, you'll be able to see there. Almost all my code has comments. So I know that even if I leave it and I'm going back to it, I won't run mad trying to find each and every one of it, down from CSS to JavaScript, down everything has comments. So that's like a way to like break that challenge or break that barrier.
That's quite smart. That's very quite. So like, how many websites have you built?
Hi. I would say, let me see. I built 11 in June.
11?
Yes.
For you or for clients?
June for myself. I needed to build my portfolio, so I just went all in.
Wait, how did you do that? Like this, nothing.
I just sat down and I also created one for Mide Shots, that's a photographer. I created one for him, so that was just like the client's work. But the rest of it then, including my own portfolio, was just for me.
11 websites.
Yeah.
Bro, I have so many unfinished products and so many unfinished projects. There was time I tried to do open clothes. I didn't go far.
Why?
I didn't go far. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't imagine like sitting down and building 11.
Yeah, that was
in 1 month. That's like guy.
And that was also when I started my 30 days web development challenge.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah, I did that. But Instagram blocked my account on day 21. So I had to start all over again and all of that. So that was like a really big challenge. So after June, I also created, I wanted to get better, of course. Then I really moved into development. I built a PDF generator and I built one for my ebook that was Beyond Code 101. I built one for it. So total was around 14. I think I built 14. That was in 2025.
Ooh. That deserves a good one. That's a like big one. So in that your website building streak, what are the things that helped you like build a website? Like what are the resources that you use that helped you build all those websites?
Okay, I of course Visual Studio Code. Then that's VS Code.
OG. The OG.
Then building was easier with extensions. Because code completion extensions and all of that. Then also I used this chatbot a lot.
Okay.
There's this agent, Copilot. I used Copilot. It was easier because you can integrate it into your workflow on like ChatGPT. You have to export and bring it back into all of that. So that was one to like actually maximize. But of course, it has limits. That's 50. I think 50 lines per. It has 50 lines per month.
So you ever stuck in tutorial hell? You know what tutorial hell is? Like it's a situation whereby you're always watching. You cannot code. You cannot develop without using tutorials. Like really just watching tutorials. People that will spend hours on YouTube tutorials, video tutorials, and they will and to write like 2 lines of code, they cannot do it.
Yeah.
I'm talking from experience.
I feel it's something almost every beginner go through.
Okay.
Confidence is not built once.
Mm.
Confidence is not built once. So it's not you are not a failure if you keep going back to tutorials. You're not a failure. You just need to actually build the confidence by yourself. And how do you build the confidence? You create yourself, you learn, then you close the YouTube tutorial, you try to write 1 or 2 lines based on what you've learned, then you go back at random times. It's just repetitive learning.
Yeah.
Because when you repeat something over and over again, you get so used to it that you're able to do it by yourself. So it's not like a one-off something. It's not something like you just learn this tutorial today and the next day you're fully into it. It cannot work like that. So I was once there. I was once there. Creating a lot.
You give up. Doesn't matter. I was once there. So I focus on you're a full stack developer, right? Full stack.
I'm mostly front end. I'm mostly
Which one do you why am I asking which one do you prefer? Which one do you think is better?
There's no one that is there's no one that is better.
I
It's
think
based on
different.
your preference.
What is the joy in back end? Like what is the fun thing in back end? Like everything is just it's so abstract. You're just there, just typing. There's nothing visual. I think that's one of like the bad sides of back end. They are back. You're just and this they are black. No, I don't know, Sha. I don't know.
I feel front end is I won't say easier, but back end why most people really like going into back end is because it's very low problem.
Yeah, actually,
It's
it's
more
more
complex, it's more
complex.
complex than the front end. But for me, I actually prefer using the front end. I actually prefer front end development to back end because I know I can just I won't say quickly out, but I can do what I want to do and will I say get the results immediately? I get the results immediately. But these days, I would say for the market, backend goes like further
Okay.
because a lot of people require, I mean, talking about hackathons and the rest, you have to have a little bit of backend experience, but you just have to incorporate it so you cannot focus fully on you're a front end developer and you don't want to look at backend that you will suffer. So you just have to do it. You just have to do it. No front end, then know a little bit of back end. Or if you want to go full stack into it, you know that you're devoting both front end and back end into it. That's easy work.
Very
But
crazy one.
if you want to do it, then of course there's nothing stopping you from doing
Are you guys not feel that AI will take over your jobs?
it. AI taking over.
I still that's what that's scary for me. I'm like, in like the next 10, 20 years, AI will just like
No.
take over everything.
No. I made a video about vibe coding on my Instagram channel. I on my Instagram page, I made a video about vibe coding. AI won't really take your job. AI won't take your job in aspect of software development and in aspect of either front end or back end development. AI won't take your job. Why? AI is there to create, yes, but you always need that human supervision of what's there. And I won't say there are some things AI can't create. No, AI can actually create because the likes of ChatGPT 5.2 plus and the rest. So AI can actually, but it's not here to take a job. It's meant to amplify. Why? Because a random person, a beginner cannot just come online, take ChatGPT and say, okay, create this app for me, and this is my idea. create it for me. And a web developer actually coming to ChatGPT and telling, okay, I want to create this app. This is the tools I'm using. This is my idea behind it. This is I want to do it. Integrate this with Space Stack. Integrate this with this. Integrate this with that. So the way you use it will be different. So people come online and say, yeah, absolute beginner can come online, make an app, make this and make that. It doesn't really work that way. It doesn't really work. Even if you actually make the app, you cannot compare the quality of what a web developer would come to AI and create and what's just a beginner will just come in and type. It will be more randomized and the rest. So yeah, AI is not yet to take control.
Hallelujah. I hope I've all cleared your fears.
Don't fear.
Don't fear, don't worry. Go into it. Yeah, it's not going to take over for the next 100 years.
I didn't say 100 years, but it's not yet to take over. That's for now.
Okay.
As long as it's still relevant. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a very nice answer. You have a book. What's your book?
My book I created, that's Beyond Code 101. Yeah, I wrote a couple of books. I wrote Beyond Code 101, then I wrote The Students Hustle Pack. But talking about Beyond Code 101, Beyond Code 101 was a practical guide for freelancers to still bring income. So Beyond Code 101 talks about moving from just being a creative or having a skill. It's not limited to just web development. So it moves from having a skill, either you're a photographer, you're a web developer, or you have a skill, or you're just generally in the creative space. So it teaches you how you can actually move from being just that beginner to actually getting paid steadily into web development. We talked about getting a niche, how to pick a niche, and moving, getting clients, how to get your first client in 7 days.
7 days?
Yes.
I should read that.
It was. You should read
I
it.
should try.
You should read it.
I
The
need
link is in
money.
my bio.
I need money.
The link is in my Instagram bio. You can just get it. Yeah. So that's what Beyond Code basically is about. Then for my second ebook, that is the Student Hustle Pack. That's for those who generally know nothing about the online space. You are looking to get into the online space. You don't know what to learn. You don't know what to build. You don't know what to do at all. Then it's integrates each and every one of that into it. So you can just go there, pick what you want. It gives you a series of what you can do, what you can learn, how you can get started into it. So yeah, do like to be it.
That's very nice. See, he's achieving things. We are there. I'm watching YouTube video.
No.
Guy, get off your couch and do something with your life. Actually, there's one thing that I've come to notice. I think web developers, most of the developers are also writers too. Because I was once a web developer. I'm also a writer too.
I remember the videos developer.
So, because web developing is also like writing too in a way. Like we are using words to create things, just the way you're going to be writing and creating. So that leads to my next question. What actually inspired those books? Especially Beyond Code 101. What inspired you that book?
For Beyond Code 101, I see a lot of beginners in web development and in photography. I think I was speaking with one guy on my DM and he was like, he doesn't even know how to get started. Like, he has just learned this skill, he's just on YouTube 247 trying to create something for himself, but he does not really know how to monetize and how to go beyond just YouTube, how to go beyond just writing code in his bedroom and all of that. So I thought a lot of people actually go through that stress. A lot of people go through that stress. And I found out it was not even just web developers that it happens to. It happens to the likes of photographers and the rest. I told you I created one for one of my friends. Yeah. So I took that into custody, then I put in what I've learned over the years into the writing, into the book, and into the creation of what actually helped me and how I moved from just being a normal web developer to actually owning my own brand and all of that into the book. So yeah, you should read it.
So should we be expecting more books from you? Like,
yes, in the nearest future, you should be expecting.
so like, what are you going to be writing about?
when the
CS,
inspiration comes.
CSS 101.
Nope, I won't do that.
That means I don't know.
I definitely won't do that.
Why not?
So I feel like there are tons of tutorials. There are tons of tutorials out there. So
Okay.
I mean, why should I be creating just another tutorial?
Alright.
And of course, like I said earlier in the early part of the video, if I'm going to be creating a course, there must be something very different about the course I'm creating that most people don't have already, or they don't have access to, that will be bringing out that into it.
So when I was still a web developer, there was a time I struggled with video tutorials. So I don't know what crazy spirit entered me. I started to start reading books on web development. Like there was this book, I've forgotten. Hey, I hope I remember. JavaScript is the name of that book, Sha. It's about JavaScript. So then I came across another YouTube video and it was like the best way to learn web development is by watching tutorial videos. That reading is not like the most efficient way. What do you think about that? Like
For me, I feel it's based on your preference. It's based on what you know works for you. It's just like in the academic setting. If some people say video tutorials work for them, why some people is reading of textbooks that actually work for them. So it's based on what you can learn with, what you can learn with. Personally, I would recommend going with videos, but I also use text while coding. I use the tool and I lean more into videos and all of that. But video has a little advantage based on you get the direct experience of the person that is teaching you. There's a direct experience that he might pour out or share while doing the video that he won't write into the book and all of that. So like I said, it's just you knowing yourself and you knowing what actually works for you in writing. Yeah.
and I also think video is actually more easy. It's more easier. Bad grammar. It's easier because I mean it's visual. You can actually see what is going on. Like reading book, like you don't be imagining. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing. It's a very crazy thing. Yeah. So the major reason I brought you here is to talk about the app that you're building, Mentra. So can you tell us about Mentra? Like what's it about?
Mentra is global growth through clarity. That's the tagline. So I built Mentra. I'm building Mentra because a lot of people actually struggle with clarity in their goals. We all have this we all have this idea that pops up in our head in the bedroom or that pops up in our head while we are just walking randomly in the streets.
Write it down fast.
And yeah,
So you don't forget.
it's advised to write it down quickly. And we also have goals. We also have yearly goals that this is what I want to achieve this year, and this is what I want to do in the upcoming years, next 3 months, and all of that. So I built Mentra. Mentra takes you from just being in the idea stage to actually having steps, actionable steps that you can do. You devise your goals from yearly plans into quarterly, monthly, and weekly plans, and it makes you accountable for those goals. So I launched Mentra 0.1. I called it 0.1, not 1.0, because the main one is going to be 1.0 actually from there we have versions coming up. So I launched Minecraft 0.1, that was 2 weeks back, and it took people opinion in form of questions. I used it as a questionnaire. So you fill the form and then it outputs. It was manual, then it outputs the actual guide for you. So you put your goals, your pain points, what you're struggling with, and that it puts it together. When you put in your information, it returns for you in form of a PDF format what you can actually do and how you can actually achieve those goals in terms of quarterly goals, monthly goals, weekly goals. So it moves to that. But Mentra 1.0 coming goes far beyond that. It goes far beyond that. It gives you a personalized dashboard that you can use. Okay, I did this week, I achieved this, a checklist. You can have that. Then it's also for people, common people. It's also for upcoming entrepreneurs, upcoming visionaries that don't have clarity in that space. So I took myself as an example. When coming up as a web developer, I struggled with actually having goal because the main idea for most people in the web development space is just making money and all of that.
That's
Yeah.
why.
So you have to go beyond that.
Because when there's nobody, you have to other people like me.
Not like don't pursue the money, of course, but you have to go beyond that. So if you are struggling with having clarity in your goals, you try to.
Oh wow, that's very nice. Metra, very very interesting. How did you come up with that name? What's the inspiration behind it? Doesn't we have to something be what does it mean? Like how did you come up with the name? What was
So I'll say it's more like an abbreviation for mental road. Mental road. Yeah. So I just invite for the first mention because it's a pathway, it's a mental pathway. It takes you from mental in terms of ideas, in terms of goals. The pathway gives you actionable steps that you can use to do it. And it's denoted by the symbol of a compass.
ah, that's smart. That's life. That's brilliant. Look at me, look at my life.
No,
Your life.
I mean, you're exactly your space.
If you say so. Yes, man. Alright, so like when should you expecting Metro 1.0?
Mental 1.0 belongs to the middle of this. So it's the launched. That is RGI.
Should we keep money? Like how many we pay every day of it? Tell us go now. In-app purchases. I don't in-app purchases. I don't go to like premium account or like or just regular mentor.
Of course, the big commitment fee. I like the limit it's better than but nothing of course. Nothing, like I said, is for the solo players, solo entrepreneurs coming up. So of course, it's not something that you should not expect something that is too high like that. And at the same time, you give value for your money.
So if like you want to say that your target audience are only people that are just coming out with that people that come far in whatever they are doing, can they also even far?
Of course, you need although it is specialized for because yes, you have to, like I said, it's global growth. So you have to prepare, even if you're a good owner and you still feel stuck and you need something for yourself, you can get with that and you'll work with that.
I think in investment,
For now, we are still getting things of production. So investors, I will definitely let you know.
so like final question, any final question, how are you balancing all of being a student in this fragile investment technology where that was to take our lives? How are you balancing it all? Because I know it's not easy. I mean, doing this, I'm so student, like I'm not taking my life, and there are many times that I'll be in class, lecturer will talk to me, and my mind is not there. I'm like thinking about, oh, what's the question I need to push out to me? This question I need to have on the podcast, and things like that. And it can really be stressful, like just thinking about it. So how do you balance all this?
I'm not going to like actually very but in terms of academics, I feel like there is really balance into one should not separate the other, one should not separate the other. When I have classes, I don't need to include the classes. Of course, there are more classes that are quite important and each other. Not like classes are not important, of course, but they should be able to be scale the classes and the class. So I prioritize my education, but not at the expense of my work. Of course. So when it's time to work, I work. And when it's time for academics, I need academics. Plus, I also need a little bit of sport into it. So, yes, I'm an athlete. Which sport? I'm a sprinter.
He's running people. You know, that means like only the weekend when they're not going to the weekend, that's the main, the weekend man.
No. So I just actually try to find the balance.
That running is like it's a bit of escape, like a bit of rest. Because
I run my things away. So it's just a need for me to clear my head.
like I used to say, I'm a jogger now. I'm a jogger. So yeah, I can relate to what you say. His face, look at him, very fit. Anyways, my like, do you have any advice, anything that you want to say to any upcoming web developer? Someone that is looking to go into the web development space, you like aspiring to become a web developer. What are your words of wisdom? Your words of advice?
Food for thought.
So I'll actually say my thoughts for the upcoming generation looking to get into web development is don't quit and don't get discouraged.
Yes.
The journey is not
Like
going to
Musa.
be an easy one. It's actually a very, very bumpy ride. But don't quit. And if you are into it already and you're looking to skill up, I would say just like Alex Omoze said, he said do so much volume that it is impossible for you to fail. So just keep going at it, keep going at it. Leave the recognition, leave the likes, leave everything for now. Just keep going at it. Do so much volume that it is impossible for you to fail because the moment someone finds you, they go through your profile and they want to see other things that you have done. So if you just put one out there and someone comes and don't see anything I have seen your profile or don't see any of the works on your portfolio or on your GitHub profile or something, it won't make sense. So just keep doing so much for them. Just know that the time is coming when it will finally clear.
So in essence, please don't give up. Don't be like yeah, then. So like, what are the resources that you advise them to make use of? Maybe they are starting with development, or maybe they have started already and they're finding out the scope. What are the resources that you use? Maybe like software, tutorials, channels, people that they should follow, mentors they should look up to. You can even mention yourself. You're obviously trying. Look at the skin is glowing, man. Money.
No. Okay, so if you are a beginner looking to start off, I'll say maximize free code camp. Free code camp gives you a structure plan, plus it gives you a certificate at the end of your either full stack or front end of development curriculum. It gives you a certificate. So go fully into free code camp if you are a beginner. And if you are just looking for resources that makes your workflow easier, I'll say use VS Code in integration with Copilot. It's Copilot. Then you are a student, maximize Gemini because Gemini has a pro plan for students. Yes, so maximize Gemini. Use it to code. I won't say don't vibe code, but vibe code and know how to edit your code and actually know what is behind your code. So don't just code without knowing anything like this. Use AI for your code, but don't let AI use you. So as much as you are using AI, you should be able to know what AI is giving you and how to edit what AI is giving you to still retain your human touch.
Yeah. And so those who can copy code from anywhere and paste in your every code that you write, if you understand what you're writing, because I think that's many things that people do. They just go and copy code from somewhere and just paste it. I think there are many. There's this. Is it UI verse? I don't know if you know what UI verse.
No, I don't.
It's like this website where you can like copy code from for maybe buttons, glowing buttons.
People
Just
that
like
don't
glowing
copy.
days.
People that don't copy don't
Just
even
like
know the
glowing
name.
days.
But people that copy know the name.
Anyways. It's fine. It's fine. That life is behind me. It's behind me. I cannot go back.
You can come back.
I don't want that.
Run
Anyways,
away.
where can we view your work? Like maybe your social media handles and all those.
Okay. You can check out my profile at Ajiking Official. That's AJY_King Official. Yeah, you can check it across Instagram, across YouTube, and across TikTok. Yes, and I'm also on LinkedIn at Ajibola Micheal. Ajibola Micheal. And you can also and you can also check out my personal website at ajikingofficial.com. Or you can just go online on Google and search Ajibola Micheal web developer.
You will bring it out. Are you for
Obviously.
Yeah? SEO optimization. No, no. Alright, alright. Thank you so much for being here, Ajibola. We actually enjoyed.
I'm glad to be on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you guys know what to do. Please like, share, subscribe, do everything. Don't gatekeep. I'm begging you now. I'm begging you. Alright, see you next time.